Henry, Gordon, and James were shut up in a shed for several days. At last, Sir Topham Hatt opened the shed. "I hope you are sorry," he said sternly, "and understand that you're not so important after all. Thomas, Edward, and Percy have worked the line very nicely. They need a change, and I will let you out if you promise to be good." "Yes, sir," said the three engines, "we will." "That's right. But please remember that this no shunting nonsense must stop." He told Edward, Thomas, and Percy that they could go play on the branch line for a few days. Off happily and found Annie and Clarabelle at the junction. The two coaches were pleased to see Thomas again, and he took them for a run at Edward and Percy played with freight cars. "Stop, stop, stop!" screamed the freight cars as they were pushed in their proper sidings. But the two engines just laughed and went on shunting till the freight cars were neatly arranged. Edward took some empty freight cars to the quarry, and Percy was left alone. Percy didn't mind that a bit. He liked watching the trains being cheeky to the other engines. He took some freight cars over the main line and onto another siding. Nice and neat, he ran over to the main line again and waited for the signalman to set the points so that he could go across back to the yard. Warned Percy, "Be careful on the main line. Whistle to the signalman you are there." But Percy didn't remember to whistle, and the signalman was so busy that he forgot about him. Bells rang in the signal box. The signalman answered, saying that the line was clear, and set out signals for the next. Percy waited and waited. The points were still against him. He looked along the main line. He whistled in horror, for rushing straight towards him was Gordon with the express. Whistled Gordon. His driver shut off steam and applied the brakes. Percy's driver turned on full steam. "Back, Percy, back," he urged, but Percy's wheels wouldn't turn quickly. Gordon was coming so fast that he seemed that he couldn't stop. With shut eyes, Percy waited for the crash. The fireman jumped out. "Ah!" groaned Gordon. "Get out of my way!" Percy opened his eyes. Gordon had stopped with Percy's buffers just a few inches from his own. Percy had begun to move. "I won't stay here. I'll run away," he puffed. Clear from the station and running as fast as he could. He went through Edward's station, whistling loudly, and he was so frightened that he ran up Gordon's hill without stopping. After that he was tired, but he wanted to stop. He had no driver to shut off steam and apply the brakes. "I shall have to run till my wheels wear out," he thought. "Stop, I want to stop," he puffed in a tired sort of way. He passed another signal box. "I know just what you want, little Percy," called the signalman kindly, and he kindly set the points. And Percy puffed wheelie on a nice empty siding, ending in a big mound of earth. He was too tired now to care where he went. "I want to stop, I want to stop." "I have stopped," he puffed thankfully, as his bunker buried itself in the mound. "Never mind, Percy," said the workmen as they dug him out. "You shall have a drink and some coal, and then you'll feel better." Presently Gordon arrived. "Well done, Percy. You started so quickly that you stopped a nasty accident." "I'm sorry I was cheeky," said Percy. "You were clever to stop." Percy now works in the yard and finds coaches for the trains. He is still cheeky because he's that sort of engine, but he is always most careful when he goes on the main line.